you all. I hope you all are having an amazing day. My name is Bridget. I do not have a Benz in the town that I am in. I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on Threadup, Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, you name it, local thrift stores. I am here to share tips and tricks with you about my business and also what helps me. I am not a professional, and stay tuned for the video. Hey you all, I hope you guys are having an amazing week. It will be Wednesday when you see this. I do pre-record my videos just to save some time. I do sell on multiple platforms, so it does save time in the long run. But I actually wanted to bring up this specifically for resellers who may not have noticed, but on Depop this week, I had a few sales, which is very unusual. I do not get a lot of sales there. But actually, when I went to ship packages, I always check the tracking number the very next day. And these packages were saying that they had already been delivered. And I'm like, there's no way that this was delivered, back in December of 2025, November of 2025, April. So I'm like, what is going on? And both of the packages that I dropped off had the same issue. So I contacted Depop. Apparently they are aware of this issue and it has happened before, but they told me basically that USPS recycles tracking numbers and that it would basically clear up once the package was shipped, it would update to the new package. Well, here we are 3 days later. It has not updated. So I am yet going to have to reach out again. I really don't know what to do. I mean, clearly with the correct address, the customer should get the package. But how in the world am I supposed to track it if I'm using a recycled tracking number that is led to another package? It's just crazy. I have never seen nothing like it. It's really stressful. If you guys have had this issue and you have had a resolution or know anything different, drop it down in the comments because it has stressed me out literally. I did want to share the haul that I had this week. I actually managed to get to Goodwill on Tuesday when they have the 75% off sale, which is crazy because I work that whole day. I usually get off an hour before Goodwill closes, and then I'm left with what everybody else didn't want because they've ran that 75% off all day long. However, I still am able to find really good items. I know exactly what to look for, so I go in, I look exactly for certain brands, certain styles. Every now and again, I'll skim through something I haven't maybe sold before, look up comps, find new things. But I said that to say this. I could go on Wednesdays on my day off and spend double the money, get the first picks, or I can go on Tuesdays, spend half as much, maybe, 3 times as much that I would actually spend on a Wednesday and actually get more items. Right now I am posting about 5 items a day. I have been doing this for 3 years, you all. I literally posted 1 item a day for probably the first 2.5 years. I never even knew I could make time to post more, which is really crazy. I started doing research. So I'm actually at 5. My ultimate goal, I do want to end up being able to post 10 items a day, but I do models. I edit all my photos where I take the background out. I have a tannish beige wall, so I don't do the hanger. It doesn't do me any good because I'm still gonna have to edit the video. So for that reason, I usually take them on a white, table like this. And then I will still take the background out and then make it just a fresh, clean white background. And then I also do all of my own models on ChatGPT For the simple fact, I've posted a few times by finding stock photos online, and my photos will get flagged, especially on eBay. They are the absolute worst. Gymshark, they don't let you use their photos. There's actually a lot of brands that if they catch you like posting any of like their models or anything like that, eBay basically has to take your post down, and then it's just like wasting my time because I spent so much time on that one listing. So I said, forget that. I have ChatGPT. I pay for a subscription, the $20 a month subscription, and it is literally like my virtual assistant. Love ChatGPT. I swear by ChatGPT. But anyways, the first item I will be showing, let me move this slide a little bit. I do have a ring light on. When I first started recording videos, it was super dark. I didn't have a mic. I finally got a mic. You guys, I'm so excited about this. I finally got a mic. Like, I was looking at my videos. I'm like, man, why didn't I think of a mic? But here we are. I've got the mic and we're learning as we go. The first item is a blazer. It is, I think I have showed you all this brand. It's Norton McNaughton. This brand has been around for a very long time. I don't know 100%. I want to say this is vintage. It's dry clean only. Therefore, on dry clean only items, if I do find a flaw, I go ahead and drop them off at the cleaners just because I don't want to mess up the item. Blazers I do well with. This actually I picked up for material because it's silk, linen, and cotton. When selling a blazer, I always look at the material because blazers, they will sell and you can make great money. But if the material is not what people are specifically looking for, it'll sit. So I've been trying to look at the material before I buy blazers now. If it has silk, linen, cotton, wool, it's a pickup. If it's 100% polyester, I almost always leave it behind unless it's like a very big brand that can get away with 100% polyester. Norton McNaughton, this is a good size. It's a size 10. I like the lilac and the cream together. I think this will be perfect. I was hoping to get it posted in time for someone to maybe purchase for Easter, but if not, it is a nice spring, summer vibe. And I think I can probably get 30, 35 on this. Another item I picked up, I did look up comps on this. You guys, I actually bought this for $1. This is, I know it's not in season, it's spring, but hey, like I said, I list all items all year long. This is London Fog, known for their very luxe trench coats. This is a down jacket, so you can feel it's down. Comps on this were like 30 to 40. I paid $1, so I will probably list this at 35, which I think, yeah, 35. I think I did see other items that were just fully down that would sell for like maybe 70, 80, but since this does have other material with it and it's not 100% down, I did price it a little lower. It's a medium. It is so cute. This, I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but the bubble puffer coats that have additional material, they have really been in style, especially this past winter. So hopefully somebody will pick this up for next winter or fall. Really, really nice. The next item is Reflections. This is another, I found this in the blazer section, and I'm pretty sure it's a blazer. It has the shoulder pads in here. So pretty structured. This brand, it's called, I don't know if I said it was Requirements. I might have said something else. Okay, so Requirements, believe this is a size 16. So I did look up comps on this. I have never heard of this brand. When I looked it up, they do have a lot of vintage items, which I'm really not that big on vintage, but if I find something that looks like old money with these, look at these buttons. Old money, Good keyword for that. I will pick it up and I will look up comps before purchasing. But from what I've seen, people are selling these anywhere between like $40 to $80. So I figured I'd do really well. I'm looking for the material tag on this is what I am looking for. And I don't see that. We always have this problem. I have trouble finding material tags. Here we go. I got 5% wool in here. We've got 12% polyester and then 83% acrylic. So really not that great of material. The wool will probably save it. And then I also got this for 75% off. So they had it listed at $6.74. I think I ended up paying like $1.81. Cute colors. I think this is again a good summer pickup. Maybe like if you're in the office, it's just a lightweight jacket to throw over if you're cold. It's great for winter. So all the way around, I think this should do really well. I am going to try to post this at 35, 40. May take an offer at 25 is probably the lowest I would go. And I actually found some really good things while I was in there. Not so much like expensive brands, but really good material. I was really focused on the material since I was probably one of the last people to look through the 75% off sale. I was really focused on just finding something. So I have stuff to post. These are actually Old Navy. I don't suggest picking everything up by Old Navy. I'm telling you, some of their items will sell, but a lot of them will sit. These are wide leg 100% linen. That is why they were picked up. And I only paid like $1.20 for these. What were they priced at? So even less. They were $4.83. I might have paid like $1.96. So definitely a pickup. I know I can move linen during spring and summer. With it being 100% linen, it's definitely a pickup. Old Navy or not, I'm picking it up. This was a style-based pickup because, like I said, I have had my fair share of Old Navy items sitting, and that's not what we're doing here. The next item, please forgive me, I have never sold this brand. I believe this is an Anthropologie brand. Eco Queer. Please forgive me. I know I'm saying that wrong. Eco Queer. Who knows? But let me show you this label so you guys can see. Right there. This is a nice, it's wrinkly. Again, I will steam this. I will wash it. Whatever I feel needs done to make this nice and neat. I will not sell it in this condition, all wrinkly. It's straight from the Goodwill bag. So it's a medium. I did look up this brand. It has really good comps, which is why I did end up picking it up. And then on the material, on this, I believe this was cotton, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, it's rayon. So rayon is usually a good material for a dress. Lightweight, I always feel like rayon is like a cooling material. It's got the detail here on the back, which I think is really cute. Purple is one of my favorite colors, along with pink. Trying everything not to keep this because I need to make money. So it's so hard to get items. And then as I'm posting them, I'm learning about the materials. I'm learning like, oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, it's your size. And it's so hard not to keep those items. But you guys, I feel like if I really wanted it, I could wear it, repost. But usually, these were $6.36. These are cut from the cloth. Usually when I wear something and then turn around and try to post it, I've either dropped something on it, tore it. So I don't try to wear a lot of the items that I sell. I'd rather just keep them in inventory and, you know, keep them like that. If I want something, I'm either going to keep it and then later on down the line when I'm done with it, I will sell it, but I'm not going to wear inventory that I have posted. It's just too risky. These are cut from the cloth, and I actually do well with their flare jeans, which that's what these are. Okay, so I didn't see this, and it's so hard to tell. Like, I don't know if this is part of the jeans or if this is actually tore. If it's really tore, I'm just like, oh man, that sucks. I did pay probably $1.80 for these. Natalie high-rise boot cut. This is a great style for these jeans. I do like the back detail on the pockets. And like I said, usually with cut from the cloth jeans, if they are a good style, I can usually sell them for about $25, and that is the plan. I may list them $29.30 and then take an offer at $24.25. I believe these were a good size. Okay, so size 6. I do like cut from the cloth. They always put this in there. I just think that's such a luxe tag, right? So I do take a picture of that and post that because I love jeans that have inside decor. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but do you guys do that? Do you guys like look at jeans and if the inside has like all that pretty decor, just makes you feel like they're an extra good pair of jeans? The next item I have here. Okay, so I did want to mention this. Whenever you get an item and it has a name wrote here, this really probably shouldn't have been a pickup because of this. I really feel like if there is a name wrote on here, I really feel like it ruins value. I truly feel that way just based off my experience. Now, this is 100% silk. However, I feel like the price is already going to be devalued just because of the name. And I know like people in nursing homes, you know, maybe if they're traveling, will put their name on them, but I try not to pick up items that have writing on the tag. I feel like it ruins the value. However, this is a vintage brand. It is East West Silks. I have never sold this brand. I did look it up because it's 100% silk. And again, this was like $1. So I could not pass it up. I think I can sell this for, based off what I've looked up, $25 to $30. I always check pockets, you guys. I always find candy wrappers in pockets. I found something in a pocket the other day. I did not know what it was. I'm telling you, it looked like a capsule full of slime. I was like, what in the world? Why couldn't this just be some money? This one had a safety pin attached to the pocket, so you never know what you're gonna find in these pockets, you guys. Always check them. Sometimes it can be a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. This one has tissues in both pockets, so what I will do is get those out with gloves. And yes, I said that. I am like a germophobia is what I have. However, back to the jacket. This will probably go, I say 30 or 40. Worst case scenario, 25, and I'm good with it. 100% silk. Moving on, you guys, I thought this was so good, so nice, and so structured. Another jacket, and I did head straight for the jackets because I post items all year long, and if you think about it, fall, winter, early spring, all of those times people need jackets. So I feel like, okay, if it doesn't sell, you know what, for the summertime, that's okay. This is, what is this? Oh, Talbots. So I don't do well with all of their clothing items. However, this was a good pickup. It was $1, and look at these buttons, gold buttons with the black. I couldn't help but think of Miss Mary Mack. No, but I think it's really cute. It is a size 8. It's got nice 4 pockets on the front. And Talbots is actually pretty expensive if you go into the store to buy it. I just cannot move all of their items, but if it's like a structured piece like this, I'm definitely gonna pick it up. Okay, so the material is 100% cotton, so I'm good with that. Cotton jackets always do great. Another candy wrapper. What I tell you guys, always in the pocket, somebody has a candy wrapper. I don't know why. But I'll steam this, make it all nice, probably take a lint brush to it, and probably post this for, again, $25. Another item I got here, if you all have not heard of this brand, these are always a pickup. This is Peloton. Really great athletic brand. Originally $8.03. I ended up paying like $2.30 with the 75% off. This did have a tiny, tiny stain on it right here. I seen it before I bought it. I still picked it up because at the end of the day, I know I can move this. This is one brand I do really well with, and you guys may see I have a lot of winter fall items. That is because that is what was left after the 75% off sale. I have gotten a lot of dresses, shorts, premium denim from Thread. So when I go to Goodwill, it doesn't matter to me. I'm looking for a deal and I'm looking to move items all year long. This is a good size. It's extra large, so a really good size. Cream. Thought it was supposed to be white, but it's actually cream. I love the pink decor on it. And on the material, this is cotton and rayon. So really good quality athletic top. You can slip this on before the gym, slip it on after the gym. And I just love when it has the logo right there, Peloton. Oops, I held that upside down, Peloton. Keep your eye out for this brand. I wouldn't say everything, like some of the basic t-shirts I probably wouldn't pick up, but if they're leggings, jeans, they even have a couple pairs of jeans, I'd pick it up. Charter Club has been doing really well. I don't know if you watched the video last week. I found a pair of 100% cashmere pants. I sold them in less than 3 days. I posted them at $50. Somebody offered $40 and I took it. These are Charter Club. Again, these were like 96 cents. So definitely a pickup. These are Cambridge Slim. Charter Club Cambridge Slim. These are more of like a legging, jegging. I picked them up because of the plaid. I love plaid. And I can usually move plaid, and these are a good material too. So the material on here is the rayon, polyester, and spandex, minus polyester. I'm not a big fan of polyester, but the rayon got me. And for under $1, I can definitely move these. I will probably post these at $19, $20. So I think I will do well with those. Now this I showed you all last week, but I wanted to let you know what I found out about this brand. Pretty Garden. This is one I paid like $1 something for. So I looked up comps on Poshmark. Really good, right? New with tag blazer. And then I looked up comps on eBay Depop and I'm like, this is crazy. How am I ever going to sell this for $10, right? I don't have it in me to post this for $10, but a lot of the blazers I've seen on Depop and eBay, I know those prices people are usually pricing less, but even on Poshmark, the ones that are listed at like $50, $40, they had better material. This is 100% polyester, and this is exactly what I was talking about. When you pick up blazers, really check the material. I originally picked this up because I seen people have this brand listed for like $50, $60, but after I did a more detailed search, no. The ones that have been selling have been priced really low. I'm talking anywhere between $10 to $15. I am gonna look up comps on ThreadUp before I decide what I'm actually gonna do with that jacket. I did not pay a lot, but I feel like I'd rather like send it somewhere that I know is going to move. And that, if I'm not mistaken, on Poshmark, Pretty Garden, they have items priced a lot higher. So we'll see. So that is what we got this week. I hope you all have an amazing week. Don't forget, if you do find out about that Depop, the tracking number information, with them issuing tracking numbers on packages that have already been delivered, drop it in the comments. I post every Wednesday. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. Even if it's just a handful starting out, I'm good with that. If I can teach you something, great. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell.
Tight, tight, in my